Easton Phillips back up here.
Let's go!
Second place, Easton Phillips.
Dad, oh my gosh, why do I keep laughing? Hey guys, it's almost turkey season 2021. Me and my dad been scouting. We got birds on multiple properties. What I got here in my hand is my favorite call. I got it from Mr. David Halloran, and I'm going to run it for y'all.
So many people don't know that Easton, has a hearing impairment. He looks like a normal kid. He acts like a normal kid. He's got a little bit of a disadvantage in that, that he can't hear like we hear. When he was a baby, basically at 6 months old, he had to have hearing aids because he wasn't hearing certain frequencies. We watched his hearing basically not disintegrate it, but it was almost gone. So we had to, rally the troops and figure out, what we could do for his hearing, and, cochlear implants was the solution. Cochlear implants is a digital hearing mechanism. So basically they insert a wire, they cut Easton from the top of the head down kind of below the ear. They pulled that back, and it's a wire that you feed down in your cochlea. The thing looks like a snail in your ear. It comes up to a magnet and basically a transmitter, and then that magnet on the outside hooks to a magnet, on the inside hooks to a magnet on the outside, and it comes down to it's like a computer on his ear. It's amazing that he's doing what he's doing with calling competitions and the turkey calling, in the actual hunting. I asked him the other day, I said, what does a gobbler sound like to you? And he said, it just sounds like somebody hollering.
We made it to the turkey calling contest place, which is in Georgia, and we're going to compete in the junior and the post division.
When Easton first told me he wanted to get in turkey calling competitions, I was like, okay, but I had no clue, no clue.
Hey guys, I got a special trip for y'all today. We're going to the GUN Last Outdoor Show today, and they're having a turkey calling contest, so I'm going to do the calling contest today.
It was totally overwhelming for me, but Easton got on YouTube and he was watching, Addie Washko from Pennsylvania. She was I think she had, got runner-up that year, the year before, and she had posted, on YouTube some shorts of, how to do a fly down cackle and how to do, cutting of excited hen, and he went through. There's 8 calls they have to do in competition calling, and he went through every one of them, and I just told him, I said, here's one of Mr. David's boxes, and here's, a couple pots, figure it out.
And Easton Phillips back up here.
When David Halloran, a good friend of mine, and Aaron Horton, it's kind of like our little team at David Halloran Turkey Calls and Crash, and they all invited us to come up to Nebraska and for Easton to finish his second Grand Slam. And it wasn't all about them killing; it was all about getting him his second Grand Slam first before anybody else in camp took another turkey. Rode around the first day and just scouting everything out, and saw several turkeys, and Nebraska's a fun place to hunt. had a bird roosted, and the turkey was on a river, and he could either fly on either side of the river. So we took a chance, and the turkey did just the opposite of what we wanted him to do. He flew across the river. So, you know, we actually found one more bird that we set up on, and a tornado came into town, and we had no idea it was a tornado. We just looked up, and they was black and brown, like dust in the air, you know, and he got a little closer and a little closer and ran back to the vehicle.
Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's go. When you were here, Trevor. Oh, shit, look it up here.
When we found these other two groups of turkeys, Easton wound up missing one, and then the other one was on this big river bottom, and the turkeys were working the river bottom. They were about to get in the privet hedge to come into the other field, and David and Crash and Easton wound up walking and crawling down probably half a mile to this turkey.
That way.
Was he answering it? Why don't you guys get crosser,
He might be on the other side of that.
Might be in that ball.
The ball's in there.
Easton.
The ball's right there. What I've heard personally is there. It's very faint. Right there. Yep.
I was sitting there half a mile with the binoculars watching the whole hunt. But they had to go from the bottom side to the top side, crawling back and forth. And then finally, they called the bird up the privet hedge. I was watching, he was probably 100 yards away from them when he, entered the field. And then after that, I guess those David Halloran turkey calls just freaking made him, if he fell in love with them is what I'm trying to say. So, and then he walked up the privet hedge line and Easton took the shot and, smoked him, as he likes to say.
Ready?
something right there by that bush, right? Jump. Boom. Kill him. Kill him. You got him, buddy.
Let's go.
Go get him. Go get him. Oh, look at that, buddy.
Smoke.
Look at that big old turkey. Oh, come here. Come here. Awesome. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some.
You know, and watching Easton fulfill his dream, it was just, you know, makes a daddy proud, you know, to see all the hard work ever since he was 3 years old when he missed the turkey in Greenville, Georgia, you know. He was just, at that moment right there, he was, you know, just hooked on turkey hunting. You know, to see his little career in, you know, 3 years, it was unreal, you know, to watch that happen. And I was so proud of him, and David was proud of him, and you know, it was just a special moment right there in that wheat field in you know, Nebraska.